Hey everybody, it's Joe from greenlightsound.com, and today we've got a really simple tip that I first became aware of courtesy of an interview I saw with Reid Shippen, where he uses the Waves L1 limiter, really old limiting plugin from Waves, on vocals to help bring the vocal forward and affect the sound without even having any attenuation happening, any gain reduction happening. So really what this is about is just putting on the L1, dropping the threshold a couple dB, you're going to get a little boost in gain out of it, but doing that mostly to affect the sound and bring that little bit of volume boost out. So here's a vocal part all by itself. I turned off all other compressions, so all we're going to hear is the L1 doing any kind of gain reduction if it does any, but we'll start with the bypass first. Here's just the raw vocal.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
I'll put in the L1. Notice there's going to be no attenuation, no gain reduction.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
So obviously there's a boost in volume, but there's also a little bit of a character change that the L1 gives it. To give you a little better example, I'm going to bring that output ceiling down to kind of level match a little bit. Here it is with it off.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
And with it on.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
And you might think there's not much of a difference, and there really isn't. It's just kind of bringing it forward a little bit. So let's listen to a bypass on and off as it plays.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
It's kind of difficult to put your finger on, but it does bring that vocal forward a little bit. Of course, we can bring out a little bit more by dropping the threshold even more.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire
And without.
and tear it down.
With it on again.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before.
It almost brings out some of that upper mid-range sort of nasal quality to the vocal. And again, we're not getting any gain reduction or attenuation here. Let's bring it down even more. About 4 dB here, level match.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before.
Without it.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before.
And with again.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before.
See how far we can go without getting any attenuation on the meter.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before.
Keep going.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before.
There we go, a little teeny bit of gain reduction there. So if I bring it up just above that.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
And again, with no limiter at all.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
So even without that gain reduction, without any attenuation, if we bring this in and maybe bring the output ceiling up a teeny bit, we'll get that small boost in volume. We'll get a more present vocal, and that'll help sit in the mix a little bit better. Here's a sound with that output ceiling boosted a tiny bit.
And tear it down, build it stronger than before, forge it from fire and build it to endure.
So again, a really simple tip, not really doing a ton of processing here. This is just a little bit of a character change to the vocal, maybe a volume boost if you want it, to get that vocal to sort of pop a little bit more and become more present. And again, that tip is courtesy of Reid Shippen using a really simple plugin, the Waves L1 limiter, which I guess can be considered a classic plugin now. It is over 25 years old, but still works in a lot of use cases. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so we can keep you in the loop as to what's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next one.